I remember once a Fast API founder said, we write more Markdown than Python code. And this is a seriously good take. Like if you're a developer, you seriously need to document your project for a good presentation. And this video is a quick guide to explain you how you can easily learn Markdown. This video will not be so much long because the goal is not to increase watch time. The goal is to teach you. So by the end of this video, you'll be comfortable using Markdown to create beautifully formatted text for your projects. First, let's talk about what Markdown is. Markdown is a lightweight markup language that you can use to add formatting elements to plain text documents created by John Gruber in 2004. Markdown is now widely used for writing on the web, in documentation, and even in mails. To get started, you'll need a Markdown editor. I use Vim, by the way, but for the video, I will use Project IDX, which is very similar to Visual Studio Code. Once you have your editor set up, creating a Markdown file is very simple. You just need to write some name and then extension would be .md. Okay, so let's start with basics. In Markdown, you can create headings by using hash symbols. The number of hashtag symbols you use determines the level of heading. For example, if you use a 1 hash, then it would be h1 like in HTML, and 2 hash will be heading 2, which will be smaller, and 3 hashtag will be smallest. You can see on the screen, okay, everything, and you can pause the video and you can try it your own. So this will be a better practice of yours. Now for bold and italic text, and use asterisks and underscores. Like for single asterisk, you will get italic. For bold, you will have to use a double asterisk, and for third asterisk, you can get bold and italic at the same time. You can pause the video and go again, format some text, and come again here. For block quotes, you can use arrow symbol. Here's example out. You can try out some example for your own self. The best feature about Markdown is like you can use code blocks by wrapping your text in backticks for inline codes. Like if you use backtick and write the name of the language and then write the code, you will get a very beautiful code block. You can see the example I'm using for Rust, JavaScript, and other favorite language you use. And you can see the example how easily it is. This is the most used feature on GitHub especially. Okay, now Markdown makes it easy to create list for unordered list and use dashes, asterisks, or plus signs. Like you can use unordered list by dash, asterisk, or plus. Like you can see on the screen how we easily made a unordered string just like in HTML. Okay, for ordered list, you just need to number followed by a period. For example, 1.item1, and that's it. You're good to go. Okay, you can also nest lists by indenting them just like in Python. Then it will be like nesting list, 1 under 1, and it's like a file tree system in VS Code. Okay, adding links to the images is straightforward in Markdown. For a link, use square brackets for the text followed by parentheses for the URL. You can see on the screen, square bracket, I'm using the text, and in the parentheses, I'm using the link. For using images, for example, I'm using the Google images in the example. I just used exclamation mark before the name and I used the link of image. Remember, it's important to use the link of your image. You can also create reference styles for cleaner looking Markdown. Okay, this is example on your screen. Okay, there is an interesting feature I would love to talk about. This is tables in Markdown, which you can create by using pipes and dashes. And here you can see the basic example how I created header 1, header 2, cell 1, cell 2, and this is how simple it is. You can also align text within the columns by adding columns. Okay, you can use columns and you can see how easily you can align text by columns. Okay, I would suggest you go and try out some tables on your own so you for better practice. Okay, Markdown supports horizontal rules which you can create with 3 or more dashes, asterisk, or underscores. Okay, if you need to use a special character in your text, and you can escape it by backslash, kind of similar to other programming languages. Okay, now you can use HTML within Markdown for more advanced formatting. For example, here I'm using B tag, and this is, see, you can see the text is bold without asterisks. Okay, this is called advanced HTML in the Markdown. Okay, there are several Markdown extensions that add extra features. One popular variant is GitHub flavored Markdown, which includes feature like task list, strike throughs, and tables with extended capabilities. This will actually help you writing a pull request or maybe a raising issue on GitHub, and then you will love this feature of Markdown. Okay, now let's look at some real world example of Markdown in action. You can see the documentation of Vercel. I used Vercel here, the GitHub repository readme of Vercel. See how they write example which we already talked about. They are using the same things, hashes, asterisks, and all links which I've already talked. So this is all the basic things sometimes you need to write a good GitHub readme. Okay, you can also take help of ChatGPT and other bots. They also write good things. Sometimes they just exceed the line. Okay, there are some good practices I would always advise when writing Markdown. Write clean and readable text. Use consistent formatting. Comment your Markdown when necessary, especially for complex documentation. Okay, I think this is enough for the Markdown crash course. I hope you find it helpful. And if you're comfortable using Markdown, go and write some Markdown thing in comment section and I would love to reply it. And I'll see you in the next one, cuties.